I'm Betz Golden. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Rinea channel today. I am going to be showing you how you can create an adorable little paper doll using a little bit of Rinea foil paper and some scraps from your craft room. I know that I have a ton of paper craft, little bits and pieces of paper that I never know what to do with, and this is a great project for that. And what I'm using is I am using the Julie Nutting Prima line. These are the two stamps. If you have any kind of people stamp or dog stamp, this technique is going to work just fine for you. I like these stamps because they're easy for me to paper piece together. And I also have them in my stash. Plus you can find them relatively anywhere for a decent price now because they're a little bit older. And then the other thing is the Artist Pack, the Variety Love Pack by Rinea Foil Paper. This has 12 sheets. They're 4x6, perfect for card making. And the colors are fuchsia, blush, ruby, and a starstruck and glossy accent. I really, really love this pack. And though we're not making a card, I did make we are going to make our paper dolls with some of this cardstock, this paper, excuse me, I can talk. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to stamp your images, and I'm using a dog and the little girl, the person, on white cardstock, like so. So I have her stamped, and then I have my dog stamped. And what I did was I went ahead and I utilized some alcohol ink to shade in. And from here, we are just going to paper piece this together. So let's go ahead and just get our little pooch figured out first. For the pooch, I used blush, starstruck cardstock, and Rinea foil paper. I inked up the stamp with StazOn ink so it would be permanent. Let it set for a few minutes and then fussy cut it out. That is super important to do that. So from there, I'm just going to add his little hat on, or her little hat on, like so. And then I'm going to put this little cape on, like so, and just piece this outfit together on him. And now we have a cute little decked out dog. How cute is that? And the Rinea foil paper just really gives it something special. I love it because it adds a different element to it. Okay, so for the girl, I'm going to go ahead and set our cute little pooch aside. I took some paper that I had created on my jelly plate, and I just stamped the image out. So I'm just going to line it up and just paper piece it out. And I like to do a variation of regular cardstock and the Rinea foil paper just because it gives it a lot of interest, and it doesn't seem so overwhelming if it's all Rinea paper and so boring if it's just cardstock, if that makes any sense. Plus, the metallic and the shininess is great for belts and shoes on an outfit, I think. All right, so once you line that up, you're going to go ahead and put the shirt on. And the shirt is one that I did with some paint, and I think this was a stencil. And again, it's all from my scrap stash that I have of the papers. Okie dokie. So there is that. And I want to put on her little belt. So I just use the blush, just the glossy, and I cut it out. And so I did go ahead before this video and cut all these pieces down just because that can be quite redundant and time consuming. For the shoes, I made the shoes and the belt match with the blush again. So I'm putting on that glue, and I inked it up with StazOn ink. And then here we go with that. And the good thing with this glue is it does dry clear. So that's nice. For her skirt, I did go ahead with the fuchsia and just stamp that out. like so. How cute is she coming together? I love it. And for her hair, you guys, I wanted her to have silver hair. So I stamped her hair out in silver. Now the cool thing with this is I didn't stamp the entire stamp over and over again. I used scraps of my Rinea foil paper and just stamped the section that I needed and then cut it out from there. And finally, this cute little hat. I love this hat. How cute is this? So we're just going to take and just slip this on top of her head. And this is in the Starstruck blush. The silver I got from a separate line. And I am going to put a little bit of glue just to kind of hold it in place right there. And there we go. And that little hat pulls in her little dog so they all match. Now, what can you do with one of these when you're all done? You can pop it on a card, you can put it in your journal, you can put it on a scrapbook page, you can even put a stick on it and treat it like a traditional paper doll for your little ones. This is a great activity for your kids to do as well, for some fine motor skills and things like that. And you know, that the cutting is really good for fine motor skills. It's a great rainy day activity that you guys can do. So just use your stamps and do some paper piecing and come up with some fun things with your Rinea foil paper and your scraps. You may be surprised with what you can do. Okay, make sure that you follow me, Betz Golden, on my YouTube channel, in which I also do several tutorials. And then if you haven't subscribed to our Rinea channel, please go ahead and do that as well. Make sure you check out the shop for any Rinea foil paper, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Until next time, I'm Betz Golden here with Rinea foil paper. Happy crafting!